Richard Binde, of England, and Philip II, Augustus of France, are two of the most famous medieval warriors. But what if I told you that they were more than just friends? Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to find out if Richard and Philip were lovers. Richard IV England was known as Lionheart for his ferocious fighting skills. He took part in the Third Crusade, battling against Saladin in the Holy Land. While Richard was away on crusade, his kid brother, Prince John, feuded with Robin Hood back in England. Philip II Augustus was the king of France from 1180 to 1223. He reigned over a turbulent kingdom, battling with his rivals, the Plantagenet dynasty, for control of France. Philip was also a patron of the arts and learning, and he was known for his intelligence and diplomacy. There is some controversy over whether or not Richard and Philip were lovers. However, there are several contemporary accounts that indicate that they were. In 1191, when Richard came to the throne of England, he sent a letter to Philip asking for his support in the Third Crusade. The two met up in Paris and set off for the Holy Land together. According to one chronicler, when Richard and Philip met, it was like two lions meeting in the forest. They embraced each other like a man who had not seen his friend for a long time. Another chronicler wrote that Richard and Philip were so close that they shared a bed while on crusade. Now, this could be taken to mean that they were lovers, but it could also be interpreted as a platonic gesture of goodwill between two powerful leaders. However, things get a little weird when you consider that Richard and Philip both had mistresses back home. Richard had a long-term relationship with a woman named Bertrade de Montfort, and Philip had a mistress named Rosamond of Brunswick. Now, it's possible that Richard and Philip were lovers, but they would have had to keep their relationship a secret. The Middle Ages were not exactly the most tolerant time period when it came to homosexuality. In fact, same-sex relationships were illegal and could get you thrown in jail, or worse. So, if Richard and Philip were indeed lovers, they did a good job of keeping it under wraps. So what do you think? Were Richard and Philip lovers, or just really good friends? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more royal mishaps.